Is Holly Willoughby cursed? That is the question, as yet another individual closely associated with her has had his life turned completely upside down. Only last September, the repair shop star Jay Blades was beaming from ear to ear with success as he scooped up the gong at the National Television Awards, where Holly Willoughby positively fawned over him. In fact, so desperate to show her congratulations, she rudely dived in front of Alison Hammond to reap praise on Jay. Fast forward just 8 months, and Jay Blades has lost everything. And his world has completely collapsed. Sound familiar? In that time, his uncle Richard Braithwaite has tragically been killed, his wife Lisa has left him, and now his career hangs in the balance, following the news that he has taken a break from filming the repair shop in the wake of his marriage split. The presenter was noticeably absent, as work resumed on the hit BBC show recently, and his no-show came just 6 days after his wife revealed she had left him, just 18 months after they married. Lisa wed the BBC presenter in front of just 15 guests at a beachfront villa in Barbados, exchanging imperfect rings designed by repair shop colleague Richard Talman. But, in a shock statement, Lisa said she now felt broken, adding, "The world got the best parts of my husband. I got a whole lot of everything else." The fitness guru confirmed the relationship was over, saying she had grabbed a bag of a few things and just left, adding, "I have never cried so much." Meanwhile, the repair shop has reportedly been thrown into chaos after Jay also pulled out of the Christmas special, sparking fears the show may not be finished. Filming for the winter one-off had already begun at the Weald and Downland Living Museum in Chichester. However, the work was reportedly suddenly put on hold. "It has become really problematic," a source said. "Things have been really difficult for Jay. His relationship imploded last weekend and clearly he didn't feel like he could work. He is known to be a pro. So for him to have to do this means that things must be bad. He must be having a pretty awful time." Another source said, Jay has taken a step back and is having a break from filming the repair shop. His uncle's death in March and the breakdown of his marriage means he has decided to take some time out. The source went on, "The repair shop is carrying on without him for now and the other repairers are hard at work." People who worked with Jay said they were shocked to hear that his marriage to Lisa had ended. It was not well known at all among the people who work on the show. On April 29th, Jay said he was taking a break from social media following the funeral of his uncle. Just 3 days later, on May 3rd, fitness coach Lisa told her online community she had left him. She said in a statement on Instagram, "Last weekend I finally left. I probably should be really angry, but I am just incredibly sad about the whole thing right now." The repair shop has proved a hit since it started on BBC Two in 2017. Jay was awarded an MBE in 2022 for his services to craft and spoke to King Charles about the importance of bringing old things back to life. Old Charlie Boy also appeared on a special episode of the show. "We aren't surprised. We might have guessed the king would feature somewhere in the story. He always does, if you take note." Last year, it was announced that Jay Blades had bagged a new show on a rival network to BBC, after he went into partnership with none other than Holly Willoughby's husband Dan Baldwin, who owns Hungry Bear Media. The star appeared in a special factual series on Channel 5 that explored the East End of London, entitled Jay Blades: History of the East End, which was a Hungry Jay Media production. In the program, Jay found out more about the people that made East London so special, from lawmakers to lawbreakers and everyone in between. Interesting. Following the announcement he was stepping back from filming, Jay Blades surprisingly took a swipe at the repair shop, taking a subtle dig at the program, which beat ITV's This Morning for Best Daytime Show at the NTAs. He removed any mention of the repair shop from his main social media accounts, including X and Instagram. His bios once proudly mentioned the repair shop, but now simply reads, eco-designer, social enterpriser and BAFTA, RTS and NTA awards winning presenter. Jay has also unfollowed his estranged wife Lisa on Instagram, with his last snap featuring her posted on March 15th. But despite the snub by Jay, show bosses say they have carved out space for him to get his head straight. A source insisted, Jay is a much-loved member of the team on the repair shop. It is a really close-knit group, who are like a family. Jay will be given the time he needs to deal with things and sort out what he needs to get sorted. He's been through a really difficult time with his uncle and now he is having to deal with the breakdown of his marriage. The BBC fully expect Jay to return, but they won't be rushing or pushing him to come back before he is ready, and he'll be given the space to sort things out and get his head straight. Meanwhile, Jay Blade's wife Lisa recently shared a poem talking about suffering unbearable pain after the couple's shock marriage split was revealed. Taking to Instagram on Thursday, Lisa shared an emotional poem by Billy Brooks, which spoke of trusting that someday soon this pain you are feeling won't be so unbearable. Lisa initially announced her split from the TV star in an emotional social media post on May 2nd. She then said, "I have been quiet until now, but the papers seem to be picking up this story, but some parts have been definitely missed, so it's forced my hand." This was the whole post on a private forum. "I don't know how to say this because it is still really raw. I probably should be really angry, but I am just incredibly sad about the whole thing right now. I don't think I have ever cried so much. I wanted my husband to love me and keep me safe, and I would love him right back, but it just got worse and worse, until I grabbed a bag of a few things and I just left. Anyway, that is why there's been no new workouts." In another post, she said, "I will admit I'm crying as I type this as I can't believe this is even real. I hope you don't mind if I just have a few days trying to figure out my life, as I'm currently in a spare room with a few essentials. I don't know what else to say. All my love, a very broken Lisa Marie." As her husband Jay Blades takes time away from the limelight to get his head straight, one has to wonder why is it that the men associated with former This Morning presenter Holly Willoughby seem to have their lives torn apart. Watch out, Bear Grylls, you might be next. Yes, there seems to be a growing list of fallen stars in Holly's wake, her so-called bestie, Philip Schofield, being just one of them. Not content with throwing him under the bus, there was also the business of Holly complaining of her treatment on past shows, of being made to wear risque outfits, effectively also throwing her other good friend, Celebrity Juice co-star Lee Francis under the bus, who then very quickly came under fire for his comments to Melanie Sykes. That's not all. In 2018, Dragon's Den star Peter Jones, who at that time owned a 40% stake in Holly's husband Dan Baldwin's TV production company, was reportedly left breathing fire when his close friend Holly Willoughby backed out of their business venture, worth £11 million, at the last minute. Allegedly, Holly Willoughby had decided at the 11th hour to swipe the idea for a wellness brand, which was to be called Truly, and set up her own lifestyle venture instead, naming it Wild Moon. So, is Holly Willoughby really casting curses under the night sky, while slowly stirring her cauldron of evil? Or is she calculated, crafty, and cunning? She, along with her Gladiators producer husband, seem to be carefully maneuvering their way to the top, by any means necessary, no matter who they leave behind in their wake. However, as the saying goes, perhaps they should be nice to people on their way up, because they might just meet them on their way down. Check out our channel for more journeys through the blinker hole, and keep up to date with the latest news and entertainment straight to your device, for free. No membership fees, no merchandise, and no links. Just sit back and enjoy, for entertainment purposes only.